When we began St. Joseph's and the Coalition, one of our big goals was to make it a place of hospitality, a welcoming place where all people could feel welcome, where people would feel safe, where they would find peace, where they would find love and hope. We started the Elizabeth Coalition to house the homeless because we began to see more and more homeless people that were coming to us. Then we started the Social Service Center to provide supportive services for the homeless and the potentially homeless.
I came and once again asked for their assistance, and they were there for me again. It was like God just sent this place for me at that time.
This is that little oasis that when you're in the desert, you want to find. So once you find it, you get benefit from it.
I've been up and I've been down. But like Jesus said, we fall down, but we know how to get up. And I know who picked me up.
St. Joseph's and the Coalition are sister organizations that share the busy Division Street facility in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Volunteers are readily on hand to bring in the donations of goods.
Boxes of clothes and donations coming as usual.
Donated clothes are made available to the clients daily.
Those ladies that have those little tiny ones, they can't afford to buy clothes. And they're definitely depending on our clothing.
Sister, that gets a lot of people bring donation. We don't have nothing left. People takes it.
The city of Elizabeth is so multicultural. I just love the mixture. It's like a microcosm of the world.
It's just unbelievable the number of nationalities that we work with. It's an interesting diversity.
All races, religions, all ethnicities. It's all God's creation, all the people coming together.
You're basically in touch with world politics and what's going on in the world here, and it impacts us here. God knows the suffering that some of these people have experienced, and I'm glad that we're here to give them a helping hand.
My biggest role is in food packing. I take care of receiving the food that we food pack. Every third and fourth Tuesday of the month, we give out 200 bags of food each day. Some of it is donated, some we get from the government, and some we buy from the food bank.
I had to make sure that we get signatures because everything that we give out is going to be proven and given to the food bank. And the food bank is decreasing the food. If it's not because of the donations, we probably would be hard to meet the needs. There's a lot of needy people out there. By the time they pay the rent, if they pay the rent, they don't have money for food.
Okay, God bless you.
So if it wasn't because of St. Joseph, there would be a lot of people with nothing to eat.
Edie, a licensed family therapist, is an invaluable resource for individual and group counseling.
The last person you ever think about is you.
True.
That part's taken its toll too, as you well know, but you're doing a lot better.
Intervention. Line up right over in the couch.
We provide prescriptions. We could spend our entire budget, annual budget, on prescriptions. That's how badly these people need help. We now work very closely with the local pharmacies. We have a relationship now with ShopRite, who provide us generic drugs at a very low price.
My main job is working with clients. I'd say case management, signing people up for food, helping people with medication, giving out baby items, diapers, baby food, formula, helping people with substance abuse issues get referrals for the help they need, connecting people with other resources.
Well, for us, it's basically emergency case management. Someone comes in, they don't have a place to sleep tonight, they are going to be evicted, they're having a problem with their landlord, any myriad of housing kinds of problems. First, to make sure they have a place to sleep and then move them into permanent housing, and to develop a support system around them so that they don't go back into homelessness or don't fall into homelessness at all. A lot of times we need to advocate for them because the systems are not user-friendly.
And so we listen to their stories and we try to help them and guide them and support them, because when you find yourself in that situation, you really need an advocate.
Together with between St. Joseph and the coalition, they are able to make that difference, not to allow them to be in the street dying.
Well, there's two things that are operating for homelessness. One is a lack of affordable housing, and the other is a lack of living wages. The cost of living in New Jersey has gone up, yet the wages haven't gone up appreciably. For a single person to live in the state of New Jersey, they need to make $17 an hour. For a family of four, they need a base income of $42,000 a year.
There's various resources that the coalition has. For example, we've had FEMA funds.
Well, I'm here to get some rental assistance. I was in an abusive relationship, and my husband was beating me and my children. So I finally snuck out in the middle of the night, and I've been living with my sister for the last month and a half. So I finally found my own place, so I needed some help with some assistance.
Well, I got laid off, fell behind on my rent. I got off unemployment, and I found a job, and they still, all the jobs they're just hiring just for 20 hours a week.
I have eviction notice, and they told me to come back, so hopefully they can help me with that for me and my children. And they really do help you. It's a very nice place. Even the people is very nice here. And then on the Saturday, if you don't have no food, on the Saturday they feed you here.
St. Helens Parish provides today's hot lunch. 7 Catholic churches and 1 synagogue provide this service on Saturdays on an 8-week cycle. This program epitomizes the work here. Good, compassionate people giving to those in need, with St. Joseph serving as the bridge.
How many? We got 4 here.
The after-school program provides nourishment for the body and the mind. Each day, a different age group attends the program, which includes help with schoolwork.
Florida.
That's Florida. Very good.
Yes.
Central America. Very good. You guys know so much.
The coalition started the after-school project at a time when there were more and more families coming, and when they started the hospitality houses, these were children from those families and other children that came from families that were homeless.
The coalition has 3 hospitality houses, transitional homes that provide apartments for a total of 7 families.
I was on my way to a real shelter, to be on the street.
I could have been on the street with my kids, not knowing where to go. $110 a paycheck.
The hospitality house is a wonderful, wonderful place for you to actually regroup, and if you were not doing good and you were really doing bad, it's a way of allowing you to see that you can do better. She opened the door, she gave me a key, and it's to a home. It's not a shelter, it's a home with actual uplifting surroundings to express myself and make sure that I keep the faith that I have and to keep moving on, and that there is a bigger picture for me, and what I went through is done and over with.
And my kids can have a place that they call home. They can have a place that they can put their head. They can have food on their table. When my kids were starting school, they gave me the money to buy shoes. I stay here for free. I don't pay nothing. Not only that, I remember I got an opportunity to go interview and I had no clothes. Sister Bree and Sister Mary made sure that I had clothes on me, gave me gas money to be able to go to that interview. And thanks be to God, today I'm working at that place.
We started the Eddie Gray Camp Fund. We're able to send some of our kids to camp through those funds.
I enjoyed it so much because I came from the port area of Elizabeth, and it was just really tough growing up there, but this was one of our outlets.
My name's Jade, and my name's Amber. And we are here in Camp Johnsonburg.
Go Power! Yeah!
We send about 100 kids from here every summer.
The children's program here provides a day camp with music and dance, arts and crafts, swimming and day trips. It's Halloween. Throughout the year, children are given every opportunity to enjoy being children. Project Ready, the jobs program, is run by Jim McGurty and staffed by volunteers who are former business people and educators.
We do some basic computer, Microsoft Excel and Word, and how to use the internet primarily for job search. And we also teach interviewing practice. We help them write a resume and put it on a disk. And then we also teach telephone techniques, how to fill out a job application.
I've gone through a 6-week course for Project Ready. It has been a superb program for me. I have gotten a job, which is a wonderful thing.
Nobody in Elizabeth can say that they haven't come here one morning, that they have been struggled economically and have got one of their good sandwiches.
We have many, many volunteers who make sandwiches from the various churches, from senior citizen groups, from schools.
Most time we give them something like a cake or pie or something. Sometimes we give out like 500 and 600 bags of sandwiches.